Hello, everyone, and welcome back to episode of the month. This is the show where at the end of every month or beginning of every month, depending on when this comes out, we look back at the month that being and talk about the episode of television that succeeded my expectations in every way. And I think more so than any other episode we're going to talk about on this channel. So far, at least. Holy crap, did this episode exceed my expectations? Andor is such a complex show. We're talking episode 6, The Eye. Andor is, I think, the best thing modern Star Wars has done. I'll stand by that. I'm a huge fan of The Last Jedi, and that will always be my number one until something better succeeds it. But if we're going off this new era where it's it's going to be straight to streaming or nothing, Andor has exceeded my expectations in every way. Every episode plays off the last one in a beautiful idea. Every story beat is so fun. Every characterization is so impressive. I love this show to no end. It has exceeded my expectations in every way. And episode 6, called The Eye, is so impressive. It is so impressive. It is the culmination of everything it's been doing. Where it's we've had this small story. He's joining a band of rebels. Andor's under a guise. He's coming in. They're going to take over a garrison, take some money, and then burn some money at the same time. Just mess up some people with the Empire. See where we go from there, right? Holy crap, is it good? The pacing of this show is immaculate. And I'm going to talk about all of Andor eventually, but I cannot get into this episode without talking about the payoff that it represents to the entirety of the show going forward. I chose this episode because it's a little more in the beaten path of what people expect from Star Wars. But I could have easily have chosen any episode before it, because it builds up to this moment so perfectly, where it's we're doing 5 episodes about Andor learning how he's going to get to this moment where he suddenly realizes the world is changing, he needs to find a place in it, and maybe that's going to be doing the right thing over here. So this episode, we have a small rebel garrison of people. We're going to go in and take some money and mess some people up. It is so precise in every little detail it's doing, every little event that is happening. We have to time everything perfectly. We have to sneak in and do this scene perfectly. We have to get over here and do this thing perfectly. It's brilliant, pretending to be the soldiers, sneaking up to see the actual crowds of the people that live on Aldhani. Oh man, is that cool. There's just so many great themes in here, right? The idea of why you are doing this, because you have guys like Nameek who are I believe in this cause, there is actually something we have to fight for. Guys like Clem and Skeen who might be doing it more for the money, right? It's insane. Oh man, it's insane. The actual heist itself, it goes together pretty much without a hitch. There's a couple of hiccups where we might be pretending a little too hard, we might get caught, so we have to hold some people hostage, including antagonizing a child, which I'm this is where it's such a brilliant show, where it's blurring the lines between good and evil. We're scaring a child because one of the heads of this Imperial factory has a small boy who's maybe 10 years of age. We're scaring him that he might die unless this guy cooperates. So we have to drag his fat ass along with us to get all of the payroll. And it's such a brilliant scene where it's doing all that. And then when some of the officers betray them in the end, it's oh man, you're doing it. You're doing the thing that Star Wars has done for so long. And it's just kind of missed at some points where it's we're actually feeling the weight of the Empire being scary. It's impressive. There's so many good scenes that I love in this. I love the one where all of the villagers or the folk people of Aldhani are just summoned to the factory where they can just have their sacred ritual there. But all of the officers are look at these losers, just waiting to see their thing in the sky. We're going to offer them some shit, and they're going to be okay with whatever we're doing here. And they're just no, we're just going to do our rituals over here and watch the Eye of Aldhani come to light in the sky. And I'm yeah, that is terrifying. They took over these people's land, and that is terrifying and scary. I also really like how a lot of the crew that Andor's a part of, they die in unexpected ways. A lot of the officers get shot, of course. Some of the people he's working with, they die on site when they actually get the payroll loaded up and they're going to ship off in the ship. Nameek gets crushed as they take off from the impact. And I'm that is scary. Just you actually won the day and your sacrifice will be worth it, but you just kind of die because you were in the wrong location when a bunch of gold fell down on you. That's kind of terrifying. And I love the scene at the end where Skeen and Andor are talking, and you don't know if Skeen is just like saying this because he's trying to see if Andor is going to turn, or if he's actually a bad like guy saying like, we could just steal the money and go away. I know a guy that can like exchange this for us, and we could all be fine and happy for a long time. You don't know if he's doing the right thing or the bad thing, or if he's testing Andor. But in the end, Andor kills him. And I'm like, oh, that is so strong, such a strong, poignant thought to put into this story. That kind of becomes the signature for Andor as the series progresses. He is the kind of guy, and we've seen this in Rogue One too, where he's going to shoot you if he knows you're in the wrong. And I'm like, that is a strong way to show you that this guy might not be the best rebel fighter out there. I love it. I love it. It's such a good idea. And the actual sequence when they're leaving Eldani and the lights shine up and it's just like this beautiful fireworks display and they're passing through it and they're being chased by the fighters. It looks so good. Like, I know we're in this era where streaming looks as good as television and looks as good as movies, but it looks so good. Better than some stuff I've seen on the big screen. Such a strong performance in that moment, just to see the colors pop and the story vibrate and everything just shine this beautiful hue. It was damn impressive to see. And this show is the best paced show on television because it knows how to pay it off. Even when we're doing the heist, we have to kind of like slowly build up. Some of the officers realize like, oh, our comms have been hacked. Oh, the power's off for this extended period of time. Oh, we have to pose as these officers. Oh, we were testing of doing things this way. Everyone's standing in this one direction with our weapons. We mess it up while we're walking in, actually, hoping nobody's going to notice. And I just love the entire theme of this. Like, the Empire is so comfortable and cozy. They're not going to notice the slight imperfections in everything going on around them. Beautiful theme. It does this better than any Star Wars show has. And this episode, it's not my favorite of the season because I think later ones that come up have been really better. But this is the episode where I'm like, oh, Andor knows what it's doing. It always knew what it was doing, but this is the one that made me go, yeah, I don't have to worry. I'm in good hands. Everything going on is fantastic. Looks beautiful. The acting is amazing. The themes are presented so obviously and clearly for you to understand. Nothing like this show exists anywhere else. It is so beautiful and powerful and poetic and strong. We don't make them like this anymore. We rarely do. And Andor is the perfect example of an executed idea from the original intent of the series. In episode 6, the Eye, when they fly into it, it's gorgeous. The strongest the show has been up to that point, and my goodness, am I just blown away? Of course it was my episode of the month, because we need more like this. Just content that is so pure and great and understanding of itself. And my goodness, okay? I'm kind of obsessed with Genevieve O'Reilly as Mon Mothma, I'm not gonna lie. She's very attractive, and every time she's on screen, Daddy's happy. So that's this episode of the month. Watch Andor if you haven't. It is well worth it. And thank you guys for staying through this video. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. As always, you can check me out on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. And as always, I will catch you in the next one. Have fun. Stay safe. Good luck. And may the Force be with you.